Okay, our first story. You know, generally speaking, a send-forth or send-off is a celebration of or event to mark someone's departure, often from a job or institution. For the exceptional class of 2025 at the Peaklane College International at Akute in Ogun State, it was time to roll out the drums at the send-forth ceremony. The class had rewritten the JAM 2025 examination with the same resounding success. The school authorities said, "We are over the moon. Can you stop them?" Now, let's share the story with you. Here is Inyoluwa Bukwala with the details. Let's go there.
A defining milestone, a proud farewell. Peaklane Secondary School has graduated over 100 students, celebrating not just academic achievement, but the spirit of resilience and growth. Clad in flowing robes and beaming with excitement, the students march in with jubilation, ready to bid farewell to a school that had become home. The atmosphere was electric, especially with family, friends and faculty gathered in one accord to honor the class of 2025, a cohort described as focused, fearless and full of promise. The students show off their dancing skills as they thank God for 6 years of learning, late nights and life lessons within and beyond the classroom. The keynote speaker then gave them advice as they journey through life.
Here's some specific advice for your journey. Set clear and meaningful goals that inspire you each day. Reflect regularly, right, on your progress, celebrating small victories, and then build confidence. And then finally, I say, as you step into the next chapter, remember that life's most meaningful lessons often come from managing this ivory tower without skills. It is the moment of independence that you discover your true strength and resilience.
As the school choir leads the students and guests in hymns, it brings a reflection about the next phase of their lives. The school's principal also praised the students for pushing through challenges and rising above distractions to reach this pivotal moment. They were not just leaving school, they were stepping into the world, equipped and empowered.
They did very well in all their exams. They are exceptional, they are brilliant and they are calm, level-headed. We've been able to walk into their life, mold them and get them shaped to actually face future challenges.
A moment of reflection was also led by a respected clergyman who charged the student to hold fast to their values. He urged the student to also surrender all to God and maintain a personal relationship with Him.
They must understand that for them to be able to coast through life and arrive at where they might have dreamed to be, they must be able to have capacity to weather through both the bad and the good. And the only way that can happen is for them to link up with the person that created life, the one that created the world, the one that controls the timings in the world, and his name is God. The more they are in tandem with him, the more the one that created times can secure them no matter what they go through.
Now it was time for the awards, the moment they were all waiting for. There were tears and cheers as academic awards were handed out. Students who had excelled in leadership, art, science, among other subjects, received special recognition. Tolu Walashe, who was the best graduating student, won about 10 awards.
I won 10 awards, and I know that since hard work pays, I'll continue to be hardworking. And I also want to thank God for granting me the grace to be able to receive so many awards, for granting me the grace to be successful in my secondary school life. And I pray it's going to continue to help me as I go into my university.
I'm very happy, but I'm also sad to leave our teachers and my students behind. But I'm very ecstatic about today. got to interact with a lot of people very freely, so I made a lot of friends, and I learned service, humility, a lot of values too. And I also, I don't know, it was a very fun experience for me, basically.
I've learned a lot from here. Whether sometimes we have issues, we learn how to face those issues in Peaklane. We're not just pushed in one direction, we're allowed to show how we are. So I think Peaklane allowed me to discover myself to a reasonable point.
Another student described the journey as tough but transforming, thanking the teachers for their patience and the parents for their unwavering support.
Very excited to finally leave and be more free. I'm going to put in more hard work than I did here, but I know it's going to be more difficult there, so I'm going to put in more hard work.
For many parents, it was a moment of deep pride, the reward for years of sacrifice and shared efforts. One of the parents thanked the school for a job well done.
My son has done very well, and I am completely indebted to the teachers that are in this school, because I know that he's really improved since he's been here. And I can look to the future with renewed hope, based on the fact that he's had the privilege of solid upbringing in this place. And I know that that's the way other parents feel, and that's why so many of us parents are here today to rejoice with the management of the school. It's 25 years of pursuit of excellence, and I can say that the sky is the target for the school.
The students give their final song expressing how 6 years in Peaklane has impacted them. As the ceremony comes to a close, applause echoed across the school grounds, signaling the beginning of new stories. From curious learners to confident leaders, the class of 2025 leaves Peaklane not just with certificates, but with character. Inulua Popola, TVC News, Lagos.
All right, BKO, gentlemen, you know, an educationist said years ago, and this statement cannot be lost on me, that the best 5 years of one's life are those spent at college. Because college is where you have your nickname, make your lifelong friends, not at university.
Yes.
So catching them,
your character is effectively shaped.
That's it.
While in secondary school.
Yeah.
I was happy to listen to that cleric, very brilliant cleric, that came to admonish the students about how to navigate through life's
stormy waters.
Stormy waters. and he was saying that, look, you have to work in tandem with God, and that when you are close to God, it helps you to defeat the challenges that will come your way.
Yeah.
And I have to say that this is the best set in the history of the school in terms of their brilliance. They've never had a crop of students as brilliant as this. Before now,
I
think 2 years ago, they had a very good set. But these ones, they broke all records. And out of a little over 100 students graduating, 16 of them scored more than 300 in JAMB.
Wow.
One of them...
Even though they were rewriting the exam?
No, not really. Not everybody was rewriting. That's not true. A few of them were affected by the glitch.
The glitch,
happened. Yes.
Yeah.
Like the head boy. The head boy, Abara George, you know, he initially did badly. But people said, no, not this boy.
Something must be wrong.
Clearly one of the best in the school. Then, when JAMB gave a second chance, Abara George scored 362.
Wow.
Yes, and it was the second best result in the school. And so some of them, like my own son, was not affected by that problem. And he also scored above 300. So I'm happy that JAMB gave a second chance to people.
All right.
So because people didn't believe that Abara George, who also scored the highest in the SAT exam, he led the school in the SAT exam with, I think, 1,450. You know, he led the school. The SAT exam is an international exam that enables students to access scholarship when they get to the US and all that. So he led the school in that. So for that kind of boy to score below 200, people could not believe it. You know, because some schools were affected in Lagos and Ogun State. And this school is in Ogun State. So by the time he sat for it a second time, he angrily scored 362. So they are set. You can see that the principal described them as exceptional because there are so many brilliant guys. But Tolu, Clear the Adejumo Tolu, who aspires to be a civil engineer like his dad, got 10 awards on the day. And it was really, really remarkable. But we also have people like Moyeni Kendi, Busari Miriam, Moren, Winston, Justin, Odige, Wande Kuti, Titoju Fisayomi, Abara George, Idris Dotun. That was one boy that I like so much, and Meleki. Brilliant boys. That set, I'm looking forward to their performance in the school certificate exam, WAEC, because I know a lot of them will do exceptionally well. And I want to see where the students end up. You know? I'll be interested in monitoring their progress, especially the exceptionally good ones amongst them, you know, to see where life leads them. So congratulations to the school for the great feat achieved by the best set in the history of the school.
Well, you know, things like this will gladden the mind. You know, you look, if it was your school, you feel 10 foot taller.
I'm really happy for one thing that, you know, TVC decides to focus on them. It's not every time that we focus on politicians and what they have achieved, the roads and bridges. There are also people, future leaders, you know, who are making striking contributions, who are building, you know, future monuments for our great country. And I think we may not have gold and money to give to them. The best thing we can do is to recognize their contributions, recognize their efforts, their resilience, and then showcase their achievements to the world to see.
Obviously.
I can tell you that many people will appreciate this, apart from people in that school, also other students all over the world, that people take note of the contributions that they are making, you know, their efforts, and other students in that school. I believe because of the fact that they can even bring them here for people to see, it will inspire them to read more and to ensure that the world also recognizes them. And
in conclusion, let me say this. I'm sure we all know this. Nobody gets educated at school. You only get taught. They say when you leave school, what you do with what you were taught constitutes your education.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's what makes you a wholesome human.
That's it. So congratulations to Peaklane College.